The electromagnetic pulses that you spoke of, are is that something that every different crystal has? Like, do all crystals emit these electromagnetic pulses?
Yeah, so they're all like, I see them as being, they're all living beings, and they all have a different frequency that can affect the world around it. And these pulses they emit in different ways, and the different facets and faces and shapes that they create, that they have, has a specific and different effect for whoever's using it. No, the shapes and the facets that they have specific uses, which can be tailored to whoever's needing to use them.
And how do you do that?
It's like the ones that have flat faces, like have a bigger window, are more attuned to giving you like the bigger picture about something. So I would tune into the individual person and their issue and tailor it to the crystal. So there's so many different types of crystals that have different shapes and points and facets and like the number of points. So you would need to really tailor the specific crystal to the specific issue, which can take a long time. So the work is laborious. And
Is it harmful to polish a crystal? Like many crystals that we have now have been polished to have certain facets, or have been tumbled or made into certain shapes. How does that change a crystal?
It can, if you had a crystal that originally didn't have a point and you made it into a point, it would help move the energy into a more streamlined shape. It doesn't necessarily damage the potency of the crystal.
But it changes the effect that it has.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not harmful. It just the shape a crystal holds currently is indicative of the effect that it has.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she saw a post on social media the other day that was about flat earthers and how people get so much enjoyment out of making out that flat earthers are insane in some way, but really they're just channeling the idea of these different kind of landscapes and these different places that are in the different layers of the universe. The planet Earth is round in how we would see it, but really there are many other places where there are different worlds that are many different shapes and sizes. So it's really for her to understand and see that her natural instinct towards all that isn't, yes, the planet Earth is round, but it's not so insane to believe that places and planets can be different.
Is the earth hollow? Or are the people that believe that the earth is hollow or there are other civilizations inside the earth, is that also channeled information of other parallel realities or existences?
So the Earth has tunnel systems that move. It's not entirely hollow. It has, so like the Earth has civilizations that have inhabited it inside for millions and millions of years. Yeah, there are a lot of species that are living inside the Earth that we have no idea about on the surface.
And they're currently embodied physically into those spaces, or are they on different like levels of vibration that we might not see physically from the third dimension?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we probably wouldn't be able to comprehend the intricacy of what's actually down there. Yeah, we can't even fathom it in our third dimensional layers. I mean, what could be like an entire city on their dimension, we as humans would see just a big empty space.
Mm. And is Telos or Telos one of those such examples?
Yeah.
And is it light inside the earth or dark?
It can hold a lot of light, but the natural stone of the earth is kind of, yeah, it's kind of a grey kind of color.
And is there a source of light inside the earth?
Yes,
And where is that?
the center.
And what is that like?
To us, we wouldn't see it as light, but to other beings in other dimensions and other frequencies, they can use that as a light source.
Uh-huh. And does it have a particular color or feel, the light?
Yeah, it's not like the sun's light, and it's not as bright,
Mm.
but the sun's light does filter down through all
Huh.
the gaps.
So I see that something that comes up a lot um, in spiritual people in our community wanting to reach people that are at various parts of their awakening journey and wondering how we can best do that or if we should be trying to do that.
It's more about planting seeds than really shaking people up. Not everybody who's on earth right now is supposed to awaken.
Right.
So don't worry about reaching everybody. But certainly because you're both dealing with such high vibrational work, and the language that's used and comes through with this work can sometimes be,
Inaccessible.
yes, to people who, so maybe sometimes the language can be tailored to help plant seeds, with people who are not quite there yet, and that will maybe assist their soul on their soul's path, as opposed to really shaking and waking people up. However, you will both be drawing in people who are on the ascension path and on the awakening path as well. And you will be helping raise their vibration because this work does that. Yeah, don't be so concerned about trying to wake everyone up. That's not the point.
How can we effectively tap into and use the universal healing energy so that we don't get burned out from our sessions?
Yeah, this is something that not enough practitioners know about or use. And a lot of practitioners don't really tap into. There is an abundance of energy that is available to every single one of us, practitioners and non-practitioners, healers and non-healers all over the universe use this healing energy, and it really is just as simple as calling this into your space and allowing this energy to work through you. It isn't just a case of calling in that abundant, universal, vibrant energy and light into her space and into her system, and allowing herself to be a conduit for that healing energy. So allowing the divine, to work through her, um, which is a very potent way um, of presenting that healed state to people, and allowing them to take on that energy within themselves. So it's a very powerful tool that not enough healers on the planet are currently tapping into. And it's a feeling. Nina's getting a feeling of it now. She's getting a big wave of it now. It really feels like tingles all throughout her chakra system. Yeah, you literally just call it into your space and ask it to come through and work through you. Much like calling on an angel or a guide or anything. It's just the universal healing energy that is vibrant and abundant for all of us.
Does it matter if you call it in out loud, verbally, or in your head?
No.
So both will work as equally effectively. And is this what is happening when people practice Reiki?
It's similar, yes. It's a similar energy. It can be called Reiki, it can be called Qigong, it can be called, it's got many different names.
Prana.
Prana. And it's essentially the same. It's the divine working through you. It's allowing yourself to become a vessel that can hold and give. So it's always going to be going, once you call it into your space, it's always going to be in you, and you can allow it to move. You can allow it to move through you. You can allow it to fill up the space within you.
You know, when people learn Reiki, they're attuned to that energy. Does it require a specific attunement, or is just intention enough?
I think intention is enough for this energy.
Thank you.